What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Recently, I put out a video on what to expect when the Kingsfall raid returns, and I was surprised at how many Guardians out there had disagreements. Not with the fact that the Kingsfall raid would be returning, but with what exotic it will return with. And while I expressed the likelihood of the Touch of Malice returning, there are a ton of Guardians out there completely against the return of the Touch of Malice. And in fact, there's more in favor of the Necrochasm exotic auto rifle returning. So I decided to load up Destiny 1 to pull out both of these exotics, and today we'll be taking a look at each to see which is more likely an exotic for returning with the Kingsfall raid. Before we get started, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to help support the channel below by hitting that like button and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. So, fun fact I found out while loading up Destiny 1, even though I purchased each of Destiny's expansions as they released, I now have limited access to Destiny 1 as everything seems to be gated behind the collector's version, which is a little odd, but oh well, moving on. So we're back in Destiny 1, and we'll first take a look at the Necrochasm. And I really want to get your guys' feedback on this, so let me know in the comments after checking out both the Necrochasm and the Touch of Malice, which you feel is more a likely candidate to return. Now, the Necrochasm was originally introduced with Crota's End, and at its inception, the quest for the Necrochasm required getting a crux to drop from Crota within Crota's raid, an objective that was later changed. As you progressed through the quest, you actually got to level up the Necrochasm from a white to a green to purple, all the way to an exotic weapon, which was immensely satisfying. A clearly Hive-themed kinetic, high rate of fire auto rifle, the Necrochasm came with the Cursebringer perk, which kills with the Necrochasm trigger a Cursed Thrall explosion, the damage of which was the rough equivalent of Firefly, but not quite as strong. You had options of fitted stock, flared magwell, or single point sling. Necrochasm came with Zen Moment and had barrel options of accurized ballistics, CQB ballistics, or aggressive ballistics. Overall, the Necrochasm was a very fun weapon to get and use. While it wasn't a go-to for raids or in-game content, it held its own in PvP and general ad clearing. I could see it transitioning into Destiny 2 very nicely, especially with the recent buffs that exotic primaries received. And to have it be made available through the Kingsfall raid would even be sweeter. But is it sweet enough to beat out the Touch of Malice? An exotic scout rifle made available when the Taken King expansion released, and obtained through the quest called Hunger Pangs, a quest that would lead Eris Morn to send you out to uncover 3 relics hidden within the Kingsfall raid, along with a few additional steps afterwards, all to assemble the Touch of Malice, which came with its signature perk, which would regenerate the final round of the magazine with bonus damage at the cost of its wielder's life force, simultaneously draining you as you're getting that increased damage. You had barrel options of soft ballistics, smooth ballistics, or smart drift control. Along with Eye of the Storm, Touch of Malice offered Snapshot, Hammer Forged, or Flared Magwell. And top it all off, you had Touch of Mercy, its secondary perk, defeating 3 enemies rapidly returns a portion of your health, which completely counteracts the effects of Touch of Malice if done correctly. Touch of Malice was an immensely one-of-a-kind exotic and quickly became a go-to weapon for the old bubble strat, which was highly used in raids, strikes, and for good old Skolas. While its quest was overly cumbersome, the satisfaction for getting the Touch of Malice was just astonishing. Not only unique in performance, but appearance as well, And for me personally, I just feel like it's the only viable exotic to see return with the Kingsfall raid. It was available through a quest that took place within the raid, came out at the same time, and the Necrochasm, on the other hand, came out when Crota's End came out, which has already been chopped up into nightmare hunts and other aspects of Destiny 2. Now, while I would love to see both of these exotics return to Destiny 2, I think in the end we will only get one out of Kingsfall raid, and I think it's even more unlikely that we would get a new exotic with this returning raid. For now though, all we can really do is speculate and hope that Bungie hears our pleas. And this is the point that I'd really love to hear what you guys think about which of these exotics you feel is more likely to return with the Kingsfall raid. I think I've made it clear where my vote is leaning, but let me know where yours is in the comments below. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If so, be sure to hit that like button below along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated and really do help support the channel. Until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you some happy hunting.